Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Torres, and welcome to Conversations with the World, a show where I have conversations with everyday people.
If you feel something, you feel something. It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
I love the art of it. And so like that really to me is like, you know, it's cool. Like I just love the idea of like just immersing myself in a character and just like, you know, letting my mind go.
Do what you're supposed to do, man. Like all I can say is that whatever mountains are in front of you sounds so. I'm trying to think of a non-cliche way to say it, is that there is a way through what you're going through.
Yeah.
And you will get through to the other side. And I'm saying, like, all I can say is, like, you can make it through it, bro. It'll seem like your brain will try and convince you that you can't, but tomorrow will come and you can.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with the World. And I am joined today by my amazing guest, and I know we're going to have an amazing conversation already because this conversation was put off for way too long. Joining me, I've got my good friend, Ryan, here.
Hi, everybody. Yes, this is Ryan Kelly.
Nice to meet you, Ryan Kelly.
It's a pleasure to be here, brother.
Yes, it is a pleasure. You know what? I think, and we'll start off here. Like I start off every podcast, we'll tell everybody how we met.
I like that.
And I'll do the honors of staging it here. So for a lot of listeners, they know that I've been working within the community centers and parks and recreation. And not too long ago, I went to an award ceremony where I was recognized for the Cesar Chavez Volunteer Awards. And, you know, I got invited and I was like, yes, I'll go because, you know, the past 2 years I've been volunteering at a art camp for kids. So, you know, I need to see what they're giving me here. And I get there and I'm sitting at a table with, you know, like one or two faces that I recognize. And then I'm blessed with new faces that I started to talk to, and it was Ryan. Me and Ryan, we hit it off, and we just started talking like instantly. And what'd you think about that whole scenario that played out when we met? Like, what was your idea of me in the sense that you're just starting a conversation with me?
I don't know if it was the idea of you and having a conversation with you, or how funny it was in being so interruptive to everyone or everything going around, like us as we're talking. Like we started instantly, you know, it was just an instant connection, and we were just on the same playing field, and we were just like full of tons of questions and everything. We were just like just, you know, vibrating like at the same like energy field, you know, and we felt it, and we're just being just so interrupted to everything around us. It's just like we felt awful, and we actually had to change chairs to sit closer so that we weren't so, like, you know, interrupted. But I remember that's what I remember from that day.
We talked so much that you didn't even touch your Hawaiian barbecue.
Dude, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because I remember they served Hawaiian barbecue.
Yeah, I remember they served us, but I forgot that I didn't even eat.
Yeah, and then your wife looked at you like, you didn't even eat your food.
I was like, I was stuck in conversation.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
And there was, like you said, there was so much going on.
Yeah.
Conversations outside and awards still given out, and
we were locked and loaded. Like, we were in it.
Yeah, because you started to dive into, was it metaphysics?
I think metaphysics, and then I started getting into numerology, Western, Eastern numerology, and then into angelic numerology that I study, and then we got into that. And
that's honestly what made me want to ask you to be on my podcast, because you really hit me with a lot of things at once, and
it's a lot of information.
It was a lot of information, but for me to just be there and absorb it all and try to just understand what I could, I think, and that's challenging for me too, because, you know, lately especially with like the podcasting gig that I've been, you know, trying to bring about, I've been trying to just start conversations with like anyone who is anyone, and appreciating the random conversations I have with people, because for you, I mean, I probably wouldn't have seen you if I wouldn't have gone to that award ceremony. I probably wouldn't have seen you like around until like Taste of the Heights.
I don't know, or even if we would have met. I mean, I'm sure we would have met, but on that degree, no.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to assume, or if I were to paint the picture of us meeting again, it wouldn't be like that, nor would it be as magnetically charged as it was. It was almost like it was meant to happen. In that, I think that's what you're getting. Is that what you're getting at here, bro?
Kind of.
Is like it was meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I like the way you're putting it.
Well, do you think?
I mean, you put it on a more broader scope, but the way I'm taking it in here is that that's what it was meant to be. It's our destiny, and I think that's what he wants us to like. Maybe the transition into is talking about maybe destiny. Do you want to get into?
Well, that's a good way to transition, because also I wanted to know what you thought about. Do you think it's destiny to run into your everyday people, or
yes,
destiny, or do you think?
Yes.
Is destiny and coincidence the same to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly actually what coincidence is. We all go around our daily lives, okay, surrounded by nothing but coincidences. And that's actually our belief system, is just to think that they're coincidences and just brush them off. But actually, these are what are known as earth angels, or people that we're supposed to be surrounded by. And these are our own personal guides here on earth. And they walk us through our most difficult situations. And when there are coincidences all around us, it's them trying to get our attention to wake up and listen, that they have a message for us that they want us to understand. And the reason why we're on a cycle, or more or less kind of like a hamster on a wheel that we can't get off of, is we keep making the same mistakes in life, not catching it, not understanding that, oh, wait, shit, there's something I got to change here and I can't find it. What is it? What do I got to change? Well, that's where we really got to dive into our psyche and understand our thoughts, our dreams, our intent. And when you understand those laws and things like that, and you understand your dreams, you understand your purpose. When you understand your purpose, then you have a reason to wake up every morning and live. Now you get to live or awaken every day. That means you get to process the light of awakening. Take that in for a second and think every day I'm being awakened. And when you wake up in the morning, just think to myself, this is a brand new day. I'm awake. I'm not falling asleep. I'm not trapped in shit. I'm literally awakening into light. God wants us to soak that energy in. And when we allow outside things like tablets, phones, electronics, TVs, all those interactions and interferences in life, they complicate our energies, our vibrations, and our frequencies in a way that we don't even know how to interact with each other. And that's why God aligns us with our earth angels, is to put coincidences in our lives so we stop making the same darn mistakes, so we open our eyes and go, oh, wait, I was supposed to do that this whole time, and I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And then you finally do it right, and then the pieces start to fit together in your life, and you're like, wait, this is my destiny.
Do you think that's heavy? That's heavy, because do you think that
I'm vibrating.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to bounce off of right there.
So your coincidences is equal your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everything that's surrounded by you, if you listen perfectly to it, you'll find your destiny. You will find your purpose in your coincidences. I hear a phone ringing.
It's the office phone.
Oh, how funny is that?
It's all right. It
Yeah,
probably
no, it's
won't
okay.
get
No, I
picked
thought
up.
it was mine. I was like, but I have a cell phone. It wouldn't ring like that.
Now, getting to the technology side of it, do you think that there's a balance that can be used? Because I think there's positives with technology, but when it comes to the negative side, I'll give you an example. The negative side is people thinking they have the right to comment and post negative things to bring people down. The positive, I created a post recently of a montage of pictures of me and my dog, and posting that and having all my family members and friends give me some type of hope or a positive message, where that helped me through the week of my depression with the passing of my dog.
Sorry. I know. I remember that, bro.
Yeah.
We talked that week.
Yeah, it was honestly one of the toughest weeks ever. And honestly, I'm still, going through a little bit here and there. But, that's the kind of stuff I like to think about. I don't like to look at the negative side of social media and technology. I only look forward when good emission with Teslas and, recycling and all that good stuff.
I mean, just to clarify, everything's in moderation. That's just what we need to understand as human beings. We have to take, just as much, as we do, from one as we do from the other, but we also have to give as much as we can from one to the other. It's called balance. That's why, there are different types of people in the world. That's why you have those that live in the light and those that live in the dark. People ask and they wonder why. It's called balance. You have to be balanced. Right now, I believe that this world is very unbalanced.
I agree.
And the reason why I believe that is because we've been programmed. And we've been programmed by devices. Devices. As short in the world, and you're going to come up with vices. Vice means you can't get rid of it. It's a grip. Okay? It's got a handle on you, your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. I'll tell you why right now. The second you wake up in the morning, this is going to get heavy. You're going to open up your eyes, and the first thing you're going to do is look at your phone for affirmation. Somebody looking on your Facebook like, oh, shit, hey, they liked it. Why do you even care? Do they pay your bills? They call you up in the morning and go, hey, bud, I love you. Do you wake up in the morning and go, hey, you know what? Hey, bud, I'm thinking about you. I love you. I'll tell you one thing right now. If you think of somebody in your mind right now, just anybody out there, just think of any person you want in your mind right now. And I want it to be somebody you haven't even talked to for 10 years. If you can think of that person in your mind right now, I want you to do it. And I'll tell you I'll teach you the power of attracting anything you want in your life. I want you to think about somebody you haven't even seen for 10 years. Think about that person very deeply right now. I'm going to shut up so you can think about them. Tell me when you have it.
I got one.
All right, good. Now, here's going to be the trippy part. They're going to call you. Oh, now we're going to get into what's called thoughts or things. So
I got to expect the call?
No, don't.
Oh, okay.
That's just it. That's the power of positivity. When you release it, bro, it's gone. So it is. That's why people saying so it is. Because now you had the thought and you released it. Now it has wings so it can fly. It's going to come back. Don't worry. Watch. It'll happen. It's very crazy how this world works, but it's instant. Okay? That's what we need to understand as human beings, that the power of our thoughts and creation are instant. And when we understand that, well, we'll get more into maybe dimensional fields later, but when we understand the power of our creativity and the power of our minds, that we are true titans. Anything that we want, wish to possess, we can literally close our eyes. And if we can see it, we can have it. That's right. If you can see it, you can have it. Now, but the secret here that nobody shares with anybody is, if you can see it, you can have it. But how do I have it if I can see it? Like, everybody goes to these big hoopras and they want to know, but how do I have it if I can see it? What's the secret? The secret is you have to vibrate on the same frequency to that of which you want. So your energy, your vibration, your frequency have to match to that with what you want. If you can match your vibration, your energy, and your frequency that to what you want, you will have it. And my dream is to have a Lamborghini, okay? So I'm working on my energy, vibration, and frequency with it, okay, bro? So, like, I can feel it, right? Like, almost like the paddle shifter. That's the secret to having anything you want in life. The second you can create your thought and take your thought, right, and put a feeling attached to it, then you can literally have that object. Look, I didn't create Lamborghinis, okay? I didn't go out there and literally create them. Somebody else did for me, okay? So why do I assume I can't have one? Somebody else has one out there, so why do I assume I can't? Am I assuming I'm not good enough for one? Then I'm playing this world all wrong. I'm playing the video game wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know the video game, and I don't know the rules if I don't have one. It means that we're all supposed to share in gratitude, grace, compassion, joy together as one. Once we understand our souls are here to share with each other, that's when we understand God's grace. When we understand God's grace, we understand that that is the purest form of joy, which is His true light.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I want to know, from when did you start to look into like your innermost thoughts? Like, at what age did you start to all right, you know what, let me step back, let me construct who I'm gonna be?
How do you even know this? Like, how do you even know to ask this? I've been digging deep, like lately, just as of late, and we haven't talked for a while, so you haven't even known what I've been up to, which
Just
is
like a
crazy.
few text messages here
Yeah,
and there.
but it's been what? How many months?
A few, like 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Okay, so guess what I did in 4 months, dude? I started studying quantum theory.
Quantum theory.
So I started studying quantum mechanics. So basically, metaphysics, okay, is the study of how which we are all connected. Okay, that's metaphysics.
Mm-hmm.
What quantum is the study of how we're in control of everything around us, including our mind, body, and soul. Once we understand that we are in control, then we are the most powerful creatures there are.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I think, every ordinary person, like, I mean, everyone who just thinks they're ordinary,
They're not.
they're not.
They're sick. They're sick.
Yeah.
They're really sick. No, really. They
They
call
don't-
it anxiety and depression. Like, thinking you don't have a gift is like, really, that's a clinical disease, I think. And I believe people are wrongly diagnosed now. That's not a disease. You're basically going through something in life that you don't know how to control, and no one is in your life to give you a positive light or avenue out of it. So everybody out there, real quick, I just want to share with you, okay, if you're going through anxiety, depression, you're going through hard times, look, I want you to know, look, you're not alone, okay? I also want you to know it's okay not to be okay. Everybody your whole life is going to tell you, look, it's okay. Look, no, it's not. It's not okay. And I want you to know you're not alone. So if you're ever thinking you're alone, okay, you're ever sitting alone by yourself and you think you're alone, well, Nate just asked me, how long have I been reflecting for? That's how I believe I got started in quantum. But I started thinking at a very young age, very, very young. And I recently found out why, and I unlocked that key. Because when I was a year old, my parents were hit head on by a drunk driver. He was driving a Cadillac. So you're talking... It's metal, baby. You're talking steel. You're talking, that's Detroit, baby. All day. And the drunk was in a Datsun pickup truck. Or my parents were in a Datsun pickup truck. He was in a Caddy. My parents were in a Datsun pickup truck. He hit him head on. My parents went through the windshield. Broke most of their bones. My mom still has glass in her face to this day. Recently, I found a letter inside my baby book. And I was reading the letter, and I was like, oh, wow, this is some deep stuff. Now, mind you, please, listening to me and as I reflect and as I speak, I want you just to have a little tidbit about me. I was told when I was growing up that I had dyslexia and that I had disabilities of learning and that I was lazy and didn't want to learn. Okay, so I want everybody out there to know, if somebody tells you you're lazy and you can't learn, tell them to kick rocks. Tell them, look, this is my life. Look, I understand. Look, we all need structure. We have to go to school, and that's what it's for, okay? But thereafter, understand you have the power of your mind and the capabilities of your own mind to create whatever life that which you wish to use or live. And understand that you have the power of creating that moment to live. So there all are, I'm letting everyone out there know, if you're going through anxiety and depression, there are alternative states of mind that you can choose to wish to live in. And that's right, I said choose to wish to live in. Because the second you create a wish, guess what happens? Remember the exercise I told you to do earlier? Somebody's going to call you that you haven't seen for 10 years? Okay. So I think the secret to that is later on, I think you have to verbally say it out loud. So I think everybody out there, maybe say their name. So go in the bathroom or something like that, and you got to say their name. Maybe Nate will do it after the show or something like that, because I don't want to say any names out loud. But anyway, just go wherever you are, just go and say their name. I think that's the power of this, because you have to attach, and this is the message, okay? So this is the learning curve. You have to attach a thought to a feeling. Okay, so the moment you say that person's name, a feeling pops in your soul, because all of our souls are connected. Do you understand? So this is a immediate connection that we don't understand we have with other people. Okay, that's why our thoughts and intentions are so important for us to understand. And I'm going to go very quickly here because I'm vibrating. Okay, but the higher we vibrate, okay, the more we attract with that higher vibration. So if you have a massive amount of positive energy, you will attract nothing but a massive amount of positive energy. If you have an abundance of negative energy, you're going to attract that abundance. So why the hell do you do it? Like, why do we beat ourselves up when we just be like, hey, you know what? I want an abundance of love. And that's what our purpose is here on earth, is to understand that we are here on earth to choose love over fear. And when we understand that, then we can climb the next rung on the ladder up to heaven, is choosing over everything in our life, our mind, our body, and our soul, to choose love over fear. If you can do that, you have the power of controlling your feelings. If you can control your feelings, you can control your life. You can control your life. That's what's called alchemy, folks.
I love how you like process everything so quickly, but it's not like that you've processed it quickly. It's that you've already thought about this, and you've already,
possibly
you probably already,
rooted it. I think it's rooted.
Rooted
is what it is. I think I've processed. See, oh wow. Okay, so this is where the process. So you asked where did it start? Where did the reflection start? So going back to the accident that I experienced. So I didn't experience the outcome of the accident. I was only a year old. So what did I know, see, hear, or think that would ever happen to me or my parents could ever happen again? But nothing but a bunch of stories that were told with it. And not just that, but I saw a picture. So a thought associated with a feeling can create very big devastation on you as a person.
Through imagery.
And I was reading that letter in my baby book, and I can't believe I'm talking about this on a podcast, but that's all right. It's going to happen sometime, right? But it literally said in that piece of paper, it said bad people should go to jail. Bad people should go to the bad places, because if you do bad things and hurt people, and then it literally said, and it kept going, right? But yet I'm not supposed to write at this age. I have dyslexia, right? You know what it said at the end, bro? I couldn't believe it. My sister and I are going to need a lot of help. Bro, I was told that I was dumb, bro. How am I writing down on a piece of paper if I'm stupid? That my sister and I are going to need... Honestly, I understood psychology at that young of an age. I must have wrote that piece of paper when I was maybe in kindergarten, bro. It looked like awful handwriting, bro. Maybe first grade. Maybe first, not kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay, first or second. Let's be real here. Maybe second.
It's hard to go
First.
way back.
But no, really, it was first. No, because I saw the paper. Like, I wish I could bring it here and read it. But it literally said my sister and I are going to need some help. Now, when you're a child that thinks that deeply on a level when you're in first grade, imagine how you think when you're 40. See, I grew up and I played with sticks. I played by myself. My sticks were a sword. My sticks were my firearm. You know what I mean? It was like M16, whatever I wanted to be. That stick was whatever I created.
The imagination
That's right.
took you away. Yeah. And
that's the disconnect I see with today's generation, is we need to start putting that stuff away, man. Like all the devices are vices, guys. Remember, I was saying at the beginning, they're called vices for a reason. We got to put those things down. Seriously, break off a branch. Go outside. And I know it sounds stupid as heck, like seriously, but what are we doing to ourselves right now? This is stupid as heck. We're drowning in debt, dumped in poverty, right? We're living, like, just so you guys know, if anybody out there wants a house, right, and you live in the United States of America, guess what? Only 18% of Americans can afford to buy a home because they don't have credit. Oh, did you know if you have less than $2,400 in your bank account right now and you live in LA, you're living under the poverty line? Those are terrible statistics. So what we got to do is we need to learn to grow together as a nation. We need to come together as people with love and compassion and understanding that we're going through something together, not apart. Why do we have to be apart? We're in our darkest days. Here's another thing I want to get into. So we think in our darkest days we're apart, right? We talk about being empty, or we talked about anxiety or depression, right? Let's talk about a clay vessel, okay? So a clay vessel, it's made out of clay, right? But it's a vessel, so it floats. But how in the heck does it float if it's made out of clay? Right?
Over time, the clay hardens, or?
See, this is the power right here. It's called the space between. So it's the air bubbles in the clay that keep it afloat. So understand, in your deepest, darkest of places, God is doing His most brilliant work. So when you're in the dark and you think that there's no light there to see, understand that's where He makes His best creations, is right there in the darkness. And then once you evolve and you come become a butterfly. You're able to fly and soar like never before because of appreciation, gratitude, and compassion. Those are 3 things that create joy. I created an acronym a long time ago, but I think we have to go back to like a previous tangent. But anyway, I created an acronym for light. And I truly believe if people can learn just this acronym for light, that we can truly change our society as a whole. So let's start with L, okay? So if you can learn light, all right, you can change the world. So L starts with love, of course. So we got to love everyone, okay? I stands for inspire. So we must inspire each other. We must learn to live to inspire each other. Look, if you're not helping somebody else, you're wasting your time. Like, if you're not helping somebody, you're doing something wrong. Like, we're here to help each other. We're hunter-gatherers. We're here to take care of each other. We're not used to this disconnect where all these electronics have just been blown in our minds and laps and everything. They've taken control of our lives. Why? They don't even exist. The only reason it exists is because we plug it in and charge it. But if we stop plugging it in and charging it, it's also known as watering the weeds in your freaking garden. You don't water your weeds. Who waters their weeds? You pull the weed. So we got to unplug the device or get rid of the vice because it's doing us no good. What good is a vice doing us? Nothing. That's why it's called a vice. We do nothing but live for it. It does not live for us. If it did, then, well, they're starting to actually. Japan just hit it. Like, I heard they, like, maybe 3 months ago or something like that, they beat us in the race. So they just hit the largest programming computer, like, in history or whatnot. That if they said if Terminator was ever possible, it's now.
Better than the HAL 9000?
I don't know what the heck HAL 9000 is, but I heard that they, like, dude, they hit it and, like, holy cow. It has a lot of memory to build lots of robots.
I heard about that.
And lots of neat well, they're ahead on us, and North Korea, they're just way ahead on our technology when it comes to all that stuff, robotics and everything else. Like, they can't even afford to keep their lights on, but yet they're number 1 in technology. Like, how do you even do that? You know?
They can't afford to keep their lights on?
Yeah, they can't even afford to keep their lights on, but yet they're number 1 in technology. It's ridiculous. And it's our same infrastructure here where we can't even afford to keep the lights on, right?
Yeah.
That's our only issue. If kids right now in school, if you're listening to me, guys, anybody out there in school right now, all right, you guys want a degree, all right, go and work for Edison, man. Work for the lights. If you guys can figure out how to make some money, or anybody out there that has any ideas with maybe evolution of light. Like, if you guys can come up with anything seriously, if you guys can go back with Tesla and go through the 369 frequency and figure out what the hell he was trying to figure out, I think maybe going back to the acronym of light, you do find the 369 frequency. So let's
Does it have anything to do with time travel and using light?
The 369 frequency. Oh God. Okay. Woo. The 369, what I figured out, actually, the 369 is not, it's not an energy current, but a field of vibration that we're all made of. This is deep.
Matter?
Energy, frequency, and vibration is 369. Energy, frequency, vibration. It's the law of all creation, 369. It plays its own rules and its own mathematical equations, but just take 9 by itself, divide 9 by itself any way you want, or add it to itself any which way you want. It'll always equal 9. It's pretty trippy. So if you do 9 plus 9, it's 18. What's 1 plus 8? 9. So do 9 times 3, right? 27. What's 2 plus 7? 9.
Yeah.
It plays by its own rules. The same thing with 3 and 6. So 3 and 6 will always equal 3, 6, or 9. They play by their own rules outside of all the other numbers, which are 1, 2. I know I'm getting way too deep. 4, 5. I know this is crazy.
No, you're good.
8. And I actually created a diagram, a clock, and everything of how like space-time continuum actually kind of integrates and works with it. It's too far ahead. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's get back to the G, the H, the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the acronym.
So here we go. So light, so love, and then I, inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. And then G is gratitude, learning gratitude. So sit down every day. This is something that I like to do.
And this I actually studied. It was done by a professor. I forget out of what university, so do forgive me, okay? But in any case, it was studied for a long period of time, and it said that it was impossible for people to write down every day the things that they're grateful for, just 5 things. And he studied it for a very long period. And it was shown that it was virtually impossible for people to write down everything, every day, 5 things that they're grateful for. And then I ran into deacon of the Catholic Church, and I was telling him about it. And he asked me, he said, have you ever heard of the X-Men? And I said, the X of what? And he goes, the X-Men. And I said, the X of who?
X-Men?
Yeah, X-Men? Like, who are they? Like,
Wolverine?
Who are they? Right? And then he was like, the X-Men. And I'm like, no. And he goes, okay, I'll email it to you. I was like, okay, cool. And then so I get the email, and this is like literally something that I guess they do in the Catholic Church in order to reach priest or pope, or I don't want to be ignorant or say the wrong thing, so please forgive me out there, guys. But I don't want to be ignorant.
As long as you state it, it's best
case,
about podcasts.
Yeah, so, so forgive me out there, guys, but I don't mean to be ignorant, but at any case, that's what they literally study. So they write down, they have to say, I believe it's 3 prayers, write down 5 things that they're grateful for, and that does include, thou Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and then it keeps going. And then there's 2 other prayers that precede that, right? So, but they have to do that 3 times a day, so morning, noon, and night, in order to reach, I believe it's Pope.
The final tier. Is that the final tier?
Believe.
Yeah.
But that's what it's called, the Examen. So something that I studied from a professor out of university was actually done through a church. And now get this, guys. This is actually proven, okay? And it does. It works. It works. It causes a measure of abundance beyond any comprehension you may ever have. And it does work. So basically sit down with a pen and a piece of paper, all right? I like to use a Sharpie because it's easy for me to see. Nate can tell you. I got it right here, and I literally do write with like a Sharpie, and it's only because I can see the writing. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for, and it doesn't. You don't got to tell me what they are, and Nate, you don't got to do it either. But you can just write down. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my home, and really what this exercise truly does, guys, is it causes for an immense amount of joy to flood into your life, and that's only because your focus goes more to being graceful and to be more thankful for the things that we do have in our lives, rather than focusing on the things that we don't. So the thing that we got to ask ourselves all the time is, I'm a powerful creator of God, and I have a gift. So how do I use it? Now, here's the thing. The reason why we starve is we don't use our gift. But the moment that we decide to use it, that's when you experience abundance, because you're using your gift. The money will naturally come. You don't have to force it in life. Everybody believes that it's a force. Let go. Let go. Nobody has told you that before, but let go. Let go. Stop watching TV. Turn that shit off. They're lying. Seriously. Everything everybody has ever told you about every dream you've ever had, right? Like, oh yeah, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a fireman. I want to be. Remember everything we wanted to be when we were kids? What did you want to be when you were a kid?
A NASCAR driver.
Where you were sitting, right? But guess what, Nate? I'm here to tell you, bro. You are.
When I played Gran Turismo.
No, bro. I want you right now. I want you to just do an exercise with me real quick, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, man.
Okay.
And everybody at home, you can do this with us too, okay? All right. Now, I'm just going to go through the dimensions. Oh, wait. Can we finish with light real quick? And then we'll go through
gratitude and then...
Gratitude?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And then I do apologize.
No,
All
you're
right,
good. You're good.
So, L. So, love. I. Inspiration. G. Gratitude. H is being a helping hand. Always be there to pick somebody up. Look, a wise mentor once said, look, if you fall down, make sure you land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. He's one of my most, and I can't remember his name right now, but I love the guy, so thank you for writing that. But it's true, if you fall down, and you make sure that you land on your back, because if you look up, you will get up. Like,
except
believe me.
Except for if you're a turtle.
Well, yeah,
Turtles. That's
So you can't fall down. So be a turtle out there, guys. Right? So take it from Nate. Like, let's learn how to be turtles. That's just retarded. Okay.
and then we'll finish it off with T.
So T. So it's our job to teach others. Light.
Got it.
So love, inspiration, gratitude, right? Humility is actually what I used with H.
H.
But what else did I say with H? I said before, but it's actually humility. I forget what I said before.
I did.
So gratitude, humility, and then teach.
I don't think you said H. I think we just said. Yeah, maybe you didn't mention it.
Maybe I didn't mention it.
But
so it's humility.
Gratitude. No.
So it's light. So it's love, inspiration, gratitude, humility, and teaching.
Humility is important because, if you don't, get embarrassed, or if you don't go through that embarrassing moment, or, for example, like when I'm working with the kids here, like I'm just being eccentric, overboard, not caring whether or not they think I'm weird or not, because at the end of the day, I'm setting myself to be vulnerable for them so that they can be comfortable. And that's all. I think that's great that humility is in there, because a lot of people, they think, oh, if I go through so much humility, I'm bringing myself down. Well, you need to learn how to bring yourself up with humility.
Yeah, absolutely. Being humble doesn't mean to bring yourself down.
Yeah.
No, actually, being humble means the exact reverse, and that's what God wants us to understand. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't want to talk too much into that, or hit on to, too many funny bones or anything like that. But that is our purpose.
Yeah,
so
I like
that. I
that.
don't want to get too in.
Great use of the word light.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting back into me closing my eyes.
So
race
let's
car
go ahead and
driving.
step in the elevator, because I'm gonna show Nate how to get his race car.
Okay.
Because this is kind of trippy how this works. So you can basically have anything you want in life if you learn this sort of elevator technique I have. Okay, and so it's sort of a meditative process. Okay, so if you want to join in out there, you can. If you choose to, if you choose not to, then that's fine too. But at any case, if you would like, you can just put your feet on the floor. If you're sitting on a couch or in a chair or anything like that, just close your eyes, allow yourself to relax, put your hands off to your sides, and just let your palms just sit up. You don't have to like keep them in a perfect position or anything like that. Just palms up. And just take a deep breath in your nose, out your mouth. The second breath. Go ahead and in your nose, but count to 7 or 5. Just try for 5. If you can do 7, go for 7. And exhale as long as you can. This next one, go ahead and keep breathing naturally. This next one, go ahead and breathe. Try to count. Try to do a 7 to a 10 count for me. And then when you exhale, I want you to empty your entire lower stomach out. So, if Nate wants to open his eyes, he can watch me as I do it and maybe express maybe how I do it to you guys, maybe a little bit better. But at any case, I'll show you how to dump out all the air in your stomach. And the reason why you want to do this, and this is the power of meditation, is that daily we breathe in air. What we don't understand is while we're breathing in tons of pollutants, okay? And when we short breath ourselves throughout the day and we do this, that's another problem that we get attached to anxiety and depression, right? But it's because we short breath ourselves. And when we short breath, when we don't breathe, which is what meditation process is all about, is breathing and slowing your mind down, okay? That's breathing, slowing the mind down. I was talking about breathing. Okay, in your breath, short breath, you're not allowing to get rid of pollutants that build up in your lower lungs. So you got to push those out. Okay, and it's a process. It takes time to get used to master. But you can take yoga. You can take anything. They'll teach you how to dump the air out of your lower lungs. But anyway, you literally look like your stomach is gone. Like, it's kind of funny. But anyway, I'll do it with Nate, and then you guys can follow if you wish. But the breaths, I like to do like a 5 count, a 7 count, a 10, with the inhale in the nose, out the mouth. When you finally finish with like a 3rd or 4th breath is when you like to flush it all out, is what I like to call it. So pretend like you're flushing it down the toilet or out the toilet, and then get all that old air out of you. Like, all that old air is where nothing but a bunch of fear, anxiety, all those states that are in your mind live. You know, you get that air out and you can live free. Live free, die hard, right? No, just kidding. Live free, right? Die happy. All right, listen, I'm going to go ahead and breathe, and you guys can join me if you like, and then we'll go ahead and step in the elevator. So here we go. Eventually, you'll start noticing that you'll start sitting up real tall. Straighten out the shoulders and let your shoulders drop. Allow yourself to like put in a Superman pose. Okay, so what you guys just heard right there was literally me getting every ounce of a pollutant out of my... See, look, I'm relaxed now, see? It literally happens instantly. Now, that takes a lot of time.
I feel it in my head.
Yeah, dude, you'll get lightheaded from it. Yeah, this is the best high that you can literally experience, and it's the power of your breath. It releases you.
It's good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It gives you wings. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes, Nate, because I'm looking at you, baby, and you need to have your eyes closed. Now, I want you to see an elevator in front of you, okay? Now, this elevator, this is yours, bro. So I want you to go ahead and just paint the doors.
They were already painted before you said that.
Oh, I love it, bro. Your imagination is like crazy epic. This is what I love about you, bro. This is probably why we connect in the first place.
The
right?
Shining.
Right? I was gonna tell you, bro. I was like, it can be stainless steel if you want, bro. It can be whatever you want. And you're like, it's shiny. I'm like, yeah, of course it is, bro.
No, The
like,
Shining, like the film, The Shining.
Wait, what are you talking about? Your
Red,
elevators are like literally
red.
The Shining.
Red.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
creeping me out. All
Yeah.
right, I love this, dude. All right, we're going to The Shining here, guys. All right. So,
Perfect.
Right, that's awesome. All right, so now go ahead, bro. I want you to see your shining doors. This is awful, but okay. This is great. This is Nate's shining doors, literally from The Shining. All right, so Nate, I want you to go ahead and I want you to see your doors from The Shining, and I want you to look over and I want you to see the call buttons. There's two of them. One's gonna go down, one's gonna go up. So what are you gonna do? You're on the first floor, right? So go ahead and click the call button, and let's go up to the third floor.
Ding.
Awesome. All right, now go ahead and step in the elevator, and when you get in there, I want you to go ahead and press number 3. Okay, and let me know when the doors open.
Ding.
Okay. Now, here in this room, you're going to see a completely blank room. It's beautiful white, vibrant white, beautiful, pure white. Okay? Here, I want you to know and understand the dimensions that we have as people. And I know this sounds complicated, it's not. Relax your minds. All we have is front, back, left, right, up, down. So if you're envisioning yourself and you see yourself walking out of the elevator, you're more or less an avatar. And your only ability right now is to go forward, back, left, right, up, down. First dimension, up, down. Second dimension, right, left. Third dimension, forward, back. Those are the 3 dimensions. That's all you're able to do with your avatar. That's where we are here in this world right now. I'll show you where reality comes into time. So let's go ahead and get back in the elevator and press number 4. And let me know when the elevator doors close and you get up to number 4.
Ding.
Awesome. The doors are going to open. Welcome to time. So the floor below, that's forward, back, left, right, up, down. Those are the 3 dimensions. Number 4, welcome. This is a brand new, beautifully painted white room. This is called time. This is the 4th dimension. This is where the 3rd and the 4th come together to create our reality where we are in this moment right now. So if I open my eyes, Nate, I will see you. Look, open your eyes. Tell everybody if you can see me.
I can see you.
Okay, close them.
Okay.
That was proof that we are where we are right now, where I say we are. Because it just like, quantum theory proves it, because I just said like we are where we are because it says we are.
Because what you state is...
Exactly. It's our perception. So we live our lives by perception. And we'll get into that later. That's the juicy stuff. Okay, anyway. All right. So this is time. So welcome to time, guys. Why is time so valuable? That's a question I want to ask. Why is time so darn valuable, right? It's only a marker for where we are in this point right now, or a measure of where we are in position to everything around us. That's what metaphysics says. Where we are into position of everything around us right now. That's called time. And quantum theory proves it, because we're supposed to be here. So if we weren't, we wouldn't be here. So that space-time continuum, we'll get into that later. But here on the 4th is only time, which is only relative. And once we understand time is only relative, right? Then we can begin to shed some skin. But let's stay right here on the 4th dimensional playing field. And now, Nate, you saw a clean room earlier, right? Painted vibrant white, like beautiful, like bing, it's white. I want you to go and get all your stuff that you currently possess right now. In your mind, with your eyes closed, I want you to grab all your shit and put it, excuse my language.
No, you're good. Like all the things I brought with me today?
No,
Or
all your
just-
stuff, bro, that you own.
Oh.
Everything that you've ever asked an angel for.
Okay.
You said, okay, look, my angels, I really want this. Give it to me, right? We've all prayed for stuff. And all those prayers are basically everything that your angels answered for you, because you own them.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things you possess. Whether you like them or not now is neither here nor there. That's just time. That's only relative. So take all of your stuff right now that you currently own, and I want you, with your eyes closed, to see it and envision every piece, every belonging, everything you own and possess, everything that someone has given to you throughout all the years, everything that you have. I want you to take it here, and I want you to put it right here on this 4th level here, on this 4th floor, or
Dimension?
yeah, this 4th dimensional field. I just want you to see all your stuff. So grab each one of your belongings and just put it there, just piece by piece. And then once you can see all your stuff on this floor, just let me know. And it can get cluttered, bro. Don't worry. I mean, really, you're gonna.
I
go
have
through
OCD, so
don't even worry, bro.
okay.
You might start cleaning, dude. I have OCD too, so
I think I
would,
started to clean already.
yeah, I think I started cleaning up after you, bro.
but I got the gist of it. I've got the gist of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
now see all your stuff there? Okay, don't clean up or anything. Now let's go back in the elevator, okay? Because you see all your stuff there. Now let's you see it, right?
Okay.
Okay, now let's get in the elevator.
All right,
Okay,
turn around.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Go
There you
back.
go. Now press number 5.
Okay.
Let the elevator doors close. Let me know when you get up there.
Ding.
Okay, here's another beautiful, vibrant white room. Now here, this is called the 5th dimension. Okay, and this is very simple, but I want you to think of your dream home, and I want you to envision your dream home. How beautiful it is. You walk in, and I don't know, maybe your dream is to walk into a crystal chandelier, or hardwood floors, or maybe you like carpet. I don't know. Maybe you're stuck in the 80s. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. But I want you to see the painting of your most beautiful dream home. I want you to envision it right there. Whatever it may be. Paint the garage, paint the windows, paint everything. Just draw everything you wish you could have in a home. Like every dream, ambition, everything that you would do for your guests. Like if you would set up, like however you would set the outside up to be for guests to come over and you guys to have like a rocking good time, tunes and everything. Like, You know, I mean, you got the fire pit going on. You know, do you have the music synchronized underwater? I mean, what do you got? You got lights. You got water streams. You got waterfalls. I mean, how big are your dreams? Like, it's only as small as you wish.
Well,
so you can
it's
put
a
in a
condo.
waterfall.
It's just a condo.
It's just a condo, bro.
It's nothing
I
big.
love your dream, bro.
It's just simple.
No, simple is the best dreams, bro. Okay, now what I want you to do is I just want you to see everything about that condo. You don't have to tell me about it. I just want you to see it. Okay? And I want you just to envision it there, okay? Now, once you just leave it there just for a minute, okay? I know you're stuck on it, and it's like number 1, but now I just want you to focus on the number 2. It's going to go right next to it, okay? Right or left, you pick. I know you're probably going to go left, but maybe you'll go right now. But anyway, right or left, doesn't matter which side you put it on, okay? I want you to envision your favorite car, the car you dreamt of since you were a kid. Okay. What does it want to be? Or does it just, maybe...
The car was already parked in the condo before you said that.
Oh, smoking hot. He's already got like the hot car already parked in the. Dude, this guy is well beyond in the fifth dimension. Like, this guy is already on thinking fifth dimensional playing field right now. I'm talking to the right guy here, guys, because he already does it all day, every day. He just envisions his shit and only the stuff he wants. And then he has OCD, so he has to go around and clean up the rest of his mess that he's just gathered his whole life and go, you know what? It's time to throw this shit in the trash can, man. Like, it's just not doing me any good because all I can see right now is my condo and my car is already in the freaking garage. Dude, you are pretty awesome the way you think, bro. All right. You know what, bro? Let's just go ahead and move to the next part of this fifth dimension, man. I want you to grab your family and your friends, okay? Like, you're not married, right, bro?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I want you to see your wife, bro. I want you to see that beautiful woman there, bro. You're going to create her, bro. You don't even know this, man. We are creative beings, and we have the ability to process any information and create anything we want. And this is kind of scary, but I'm going to teach Nate how to literally create a woman to marry. And this is a little nuts, but this is the way it works. It's natural laws of attraction, so don't get worried.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, go ahead and I want you to envision however this woman is in your mind, dude. You can go anywhere you want with it. I ain't judging, bro. You don't have to tell me what it is, all right? And don't worry, I'm a freak link, and I'm also, just a positive, happy guy, But
yeah,
you can go anywhere you want with this in your mind, man. This is your mind, bro. I want you just to see and envision that woman that you want, that wife that would be perfect for you, bro. And it doesn't matter, like, cooking or cleaning or jobs or anything like that. No, it has to do with your soul's purpose. It has nothing to do with what your rights are in a home. Or, I don't want to touch on any values or spiritual values with people or anything like that. But honestly, our connection to a spiritual partner is so that we awaken. It's so we build confidence in ourselves. It's so that not for dependency, it's for independence. Because we're supposed to come together for our experiences and share the joy, the compassion, the success, the results. But it goes far beyond that on a more deeper spiritual level that maybe later on we'll get more into, maybe on sexual nature and things like that and why we do have sex. But later on, we'll get into all that. But right now, Nate, I just want you to picture this beautiful, creative, sexual being for you, bro. This is, bro. It's why we're here, bro. We're supposed to reproduce, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just picture it, bro. However you wish her to be, I like booty, and that's my favorite. So whatever you wish yours to have, that's just her. Hey, women, I am not short-minded. I love a woman with brains and everything. I can attest, my wife is a brilliant woman, and actually works for USC now. So I can attest to brilliance and how attractive it is to men. But in any case, neither here nor there, ladies. I'm not passing judgment on men being smarter, women being smarter, or any. I think we're all equal. I have no gender specific. I have no. I don't judge, guys. Whatever you guys do is what you guys do. Look, some things I just don't need to know. How about that? Look, whatever you do behind your door, that's you, all right? If you want to tell me about it, well, I don't know. Some things I just don't want to hear. So if you're pumping bullets, maybe don't tell me. You know what I mean? But, hey, look, I'm going to love you anyway. Nate can probably tell you. Like, he doesn't know me all that well yet, but he knows me pretty well, man. I'm the type of guy that will come up and give you a hug. Like, if you ask me for $1, I will give you the last one in my wallet. I do feed the homeless. I feed them 3 times a week, and every penny comes out of my wallet for the gas, for the time, for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's neither here nor there. But all I'm getting at is what I can attest and what I actually do on a daily is I actually live this, guys. Is I'm not just preaching or sharing it with you guys. I literally live it, because lately I've been creating things that I didn't even know I had the capability of doing until I understood the power of my own mind. And when you understand the power of your own mind, you start unlocking doors that you never even knew existed. So Nate, I want you to go ahead and just paint this beautiful girl. I know, dude, she's super intelligent, man. After meeting you, bro, she's going to be, like, smoking when it comes to intelligence. And that is super hot. Like, I think that's probably the hottest attribute is just intelligence.
I agree.
But you know what? She's got to have that soul, man. Like, I mean, her fire, like, her soul is going to be, like, I don't know, bro. I don't want to jump into readings like that. But, bro, your girl is going to be so pure. Like, her soul, I can already feel it, dude, because I know you as a man. Like, bro, seriously, her soul is super pure.
And the time is just being patient.
Hey, time is just dimension, bro. So here in the fifth, this is where we don't even have to learn patience. But go ahead and place her right there in the fifth dimension. I want you just to see her next to your house with your car and your girl. Let me know when you can see all three.
I can see all three.
Okay, perfect. Now, I want you to grab your girl, get in the elevator. Dude, this is where things get exciting. I want you to push number 6. And then let me know when the elevator doors open.
They're open.
Awesome. So here, this is where the power of your creativity comes in. See, the fifth dimension we're already living in. We know what we want. Question is, how do we get it? Wow. Welcome to the sixth dimension. This is where we understand time, space, continuum, where we understand our thoughts take up time. And once we understand our thoughts take time, then we understand it takes time for our thoughts to create. When we understand that it takes time for our thoughts to create, then we start creating time. What? It's the space kind of time continuum, and it keeps going, guys. It's also known as the Matrix. I know. I studied the Matrix, and I'm supposed to be retarded and stupid and OCD and dyslexic. Like, they can all go screw themselves for all I care, okay? So everybody out there that ever told me that I was stupid and didn't want to learn, why don't you go jump off a bridge, because you almost made me want to, all right? And now I got so much, like, passion and love and fire in my life that, y'all tried to make somebody's day bad, but I'll tell you right now, you made mine nothing but sunshine. And I can attest to it. So, and I've been through a lot of shit. Anyway, in the sixth dimension, bro, this is where your fifth dimensional thoughts coexist with your dream state. Okay, this is where you can literally allow yourself to see your future. That's right. We can see our pasts. We can see our present right now. Open your eyes. Here I am. Close them. That's the present. How do we see our past? How do we see our past, Nate? Go ahead and close your eyes. I guarantee, pull up any moment in your life and you'll see it. What is the voice that sees our past?
Like just us reflecting?
Yeah. What is that voice? What is the voice of reflection?
Our conscience?
It's called in and out. We forgot about in and out. We have up, down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Forward, back, left, right, and we have time.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to up, down,
mm-hmm.
or whatever happened to in and out. I'm
out.
sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to in and out. See, God created the universe by an inner thought. In other words, He thought it into an outer thought of creation, or what we perceive to see the universe as of today, or what our perception tells us that we see. And when we understand that it's only our perception that has a hold of what we're able to manifest or create, that's where liberation plays the key role here in liberating us all to be free. Not just one. It's not the world where we're all supposed to be locked up in chains, guys. I hate how, like, everybody thinks like this is either, a light world or a dark world. No, this is a world where we're actually supposed to bring everybody up and ascend together to heaven. everybody thinks like, yeah, I mean, you know, I do believe in duality, and I have studied it, you know, heavily and everything else. But honestly, guys, I don't believe that's our purpose here. Our purpose here is not to experience duality, and that's why we feel like we're living in purgatory, you know, is because we're experiencing too much duality, you know, and what we need to do is experience more oneness with ourselves. And I just said that, yes, it's with yourself. Remember I said God does his best work in the dark? That's where you find self-love. And where you find self-love, that's where you find compassion. And when you find compassion, that's where you find your passion. When you shorten the words, people, it makes sense. When life makes sense, that's when you're making money, because you're making sense. You got to make sense out of your life and change everything that you've been previously programmed to think, do, act, see, and stop it. It's not supposed to be this way. Every dream that you've ever had that somebody broke, that said wasn't any good, but you believed it was, it's a lie, guys. You truly are gifted, and your gift is to give it back to the world. Your angels want you to. You keep asking, like, you know, why did that guy get that? I wanted it. Like, why did he get it? I wanted it. And you keep asking, why did he get it? I wanted it. Well, guess what? You keep telling your angels you ain't grateful for the shit you already got from them. So why do you think they want to give you more? That's the abundance of gratitude I explained earlier. When we're grateful for shit, we tell her, I'm sorry for cussing. I don't mean to be like, I don't mean to be like that. I don't mean, but I'm an open person. So just understand who I am, guys. I'm just an open, everyday guy, okay? But when our angels call out to him and say, thank you so much for the abundance you've given me. Thank you for the love of my life. Thank you for giving me passion. Thank you for helping me awake with drive. Thank you for giving me breath in my lungs. Thank you for giving me another day to get this right. When we understand that, guys, we have peace. That's all we're after.
Peace and purpose.
All we're after is, peace. And in purpose, you find peace. That's all we want. We're all just wondering, what is our purpose? Like, what's our purpose? Well, here, I'll explain it to you on a more quantum level, if you will. I guess. Well, maybe not. Let's go on. Let's move this along.
Okay.
I don't want to get into anything.
And Ryan, because I think you and I are so, and I know you're doing more of the talking, which I love about it.
I apologize, man.
No,
I hope I'm not like.
No, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be, and which I appreciate. But we can always do a part 2, because I know there's so much, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And
a lot to consume. And
we're in the same, you know, vicinity, so we can always do part 2. But that was pretty cool. What we just did. Not everyone knew that I kept my eyes closed for quite some time right there.
Oh, okay. So in the 6th dimension, what I was going to express is that, okay, close your eyes real quick.
Okay.
I'll do this real fast. Okay. So here is where you bring that thought and feeling together in this room. This is where you feel her hair. This is where you smell it. This is where you see it. This is where you can touch it. And if you can connect your thought to a feeling, you will have it. If you can learn to vibrate with the same, or if you can learn to be on the same field as their energy, vibration, and frequency, you can have that to which you want.
I agree.
So in that state, bro, with your eyes closed, if you can smell her, bro, and you can see her, and you can touch her, you can taste her, okay, then, and you can hear her, bro, you can have her. This is the power of creation in us, bro. So the second you can see her, taste her, touch her, feel her, smell her, bro, you will have her. That means you created her, bro. That's right. God gives us what we create. That's right. Everything we ask our angels for, we vibrate at the frequency at that which what we want, and they give it to us immediately. That's right. So look right down. Go ahead and open your eyes. We're done with that exercise. Now we know how to connect our thought with feeling, and you can have that with what you want. Now, to prove it, go ahead and look down right in front of you. Is there a tablet, Nate?
There is.
What color is it?
Red.
Why?
Because it's my favorite color.
Okay.
Well, one of my favorite colors.
Mine too, dude.
It's red and yellow. They're both, you know, it's like if you have 2 children, you have to say you love them equally. That's how it is. Like, I love red and yellow equally.
And I noticed your microphones are red and yellow.
Yeah.
So like, okay. So now here's the power of this positive affirmation here that angels only give you what you ask for. Okay. Nate has it right in front of him. So I'm sure one night he said, you know what, my life would be a whole lot easier if I had a tablet that I could do work on and everything. He picked the color out. He picked everything before he had it. People ask the same question about tattoos. They say, hey, listen, am I going to get a tattoo right here on my forearm? The answer is yes. So if you guys are ever sitting out there and you're wondering, hey, look, am I going to get a tattoo right here? The answer is yes. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because thoughts are things. So the second you connect your thought to a feeling, okay, you've already been in a tattoo shop, so you like them. So you're going to ask me, hey, look, am I going to like a tattoo right here? You already made the affirmation to yourself that you're already thinking about it, putting a tattoo there. Since I already know that you're going to put a tattoo there and you've been thinking about it, you've already created the thought. So that means one day you're going to connect a feeling to it and you're going to go and get it done. Because thoughts are things. Once we understand thoughts are things, we can have anything we want.
That's funny that you say about the tattoo, because I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of
Sorry, I told you we wouldn't go into readings.
No, yeah,
I know.
that's true, because we did a lot of reading the day we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What tattoo? Tell me about the tattoo now.
It's Emma's paw, my dog's paw. So like the tattoo of her paw. Yeah. So to clarify.
Okay, now. Oh wait, hold on. I'm
What?
so sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Hey,
I feel bad for you, man. I know what it's like, bro. I lost. Go ahead.
honestly, I'm doing.
It's like losing a family member. I know.
It is.
It is. It hurts.
And I'm doing. I can tell you this right now. I'm doing a lot better than I was before. You know, it's been a whole week already, and I've gone through it. You know, like I said, I'm working with the kids in the summer camp, right? And I had to miss the first 2 days because I didn't want to come in, and I'm just letting my body go through the emotions and stuff. So I didn't want to come in and put my energy on those kids.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. But, understand it. Everything that we go through in life, bro, remember this for the rest of your life, because you just said that. Look, understand that everything that we go through in life just might be our connection to the rest of the world. So understand that there's other kids out there that lose their dogs. And look, they don't know how to act either, man. So look, none of us know how to act. That's where the programming is. And we got to knock off the programming, because the programming says we're supposed to act a certain way. That way is not working for us, guys. Once we understand how we are supposed to act as an individual, as a person, there's a lot of liberty in it.
I agree.
It's freeing as an individual, and that's how we were supposed to live. We're supposed to live free. But, brother, understand that you can connect with others.
Of course.
Through your loss.
Yes.
And other people out there. You guys know Nate lost a dog. So, through the podcast or anything, I don't even know how these things work. This is my first time on one. But you know what? If you guys have a pet, want to comment, question, or anything like that, or however I don't know how they work. And guys, let us know. Let us know about your dogs, positive or negative. Just send them on through. You know what? If you lost a pet, then you know what? We'll pray for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will. I'll make a valid point to pray for you guys, because I know what it's like to lose. But if you have a positive thing you want to share, go ahead and share with us. Why not? Well, maybe we can go through one day and collect some righteous ones, and maybe we'll read them.
I like
everybody.
That.
You know what I mean? It's our connection. Remember how I said everything we go through just might be our connection to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this is a way to ask people. You know what? Hey, why don't you guys just hit us up, or whatever, and let us know your comments. I lost Daisy, and then we'll pray for you. We know we know what it's like to have her Daisy, we know what it's like to have her Sunflower or Eddie or what do we choose to call our animals? We all know what it's like to win and lose, but here's the process of life, okay, guys? And this is what I want you to remember. Unless you're Egyptian, okay, you believe that you don't take any of your stuff with you, okay, after this life, okay? I learned this from Keras One. Keras One. He's a very motivational speaker, and he does a special on Rockstar Energy and
music. And he's an artist, right?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
KRS
And if you guys look up Fifth Dimension,
you don't stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's bad. Look up Fifth Dimension under Keras One, and he'll get into what I'm speaking about with fifth dimensional mindset and that in and out speech of what we were talking about earlier. But that's where I originally picked it up from, was from Keras One in that video. So if you guys ever on YouTube or anything like that, pull it up. Pull up Keras One, Fifth Dimension. He explains it so well that it's so captivating. It's mind-blowing. Literally, while you're watching it, you're like, what just happened? And so at any case, what we were saying.
Going back to the loss of Emma.
Yes.
And like, I kind of got over the hump a little bit, and I'm still going through it, but by conversing with my grandmother, like you said, making connections with other people. And this is going to spin back to
You have to.
kind of like how you said your wife just got accepted like to USC and stuff. It's about, conversing with people who understand. Like my grandmother, she was calling me, texting me, making sure that I was okay. She says, when you get a chance and we can sit together and have a conversation, it's me and her, it's one-on-one all the time. She's gone through loss. So I finally made time for her after work. I went straight to her house, and we finally sat for like about an hour or two. And there was a lot of crying, and there was a lot of realization that this is a growth process of life, and she's been through it, and she even shared stuff with me that I have never heard before. So, coming back to like the appreciation that I had that conversation with her, and the amazing person she is, her giving me that one-on-one time really, really helped me get past this, and I'm still not 100%. I'm not trying to go below 90%, especially when I'm at work.
Hey, but don't put the pressure on you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, understand this is pressure, bro.
Yeah.
And if you put pressure on yourself to create understand, bro, we're talking about metaphysics and quantum right now, bro. Do not put pressure on yourself that doesn't exist. The second you start coming up with terminology that represents or labels something, bro, you're putting more pressure on yourself. Like I said, society just doesn't know how to deal with depression, so they put labels on it, bro. If you deal with this concept, right, of reality right now, in envisioning the discomfort in belief that it brings, then that is exactly everything that it'll attract to you. When you remember its life and the love that it brought you, and you only attach that to your spirit and to your memory of them, and Keros 1 talks about that, and that's what we take with us after this life is only our memories. Egyptians said, well, we take all of our shit with us. Okay, so you do, go ahead. But we don't really believe that way anymore. We believe after this life we're done and gone. But actually, it's not true, because what I was explaining to you guys earlier is that our soul and our senses are connected to every one of us. All of our souls and all of our souls and all of our feelings to our own body are all connected with highly energized electricity. So get this. So what's the power that comes out of your home? 220 volts, right? Do you know what the power is in one cell? 70,000. In one cell in your body. But you know what tells all your cells to stay together? There's only one thing that keeps them all together. One brain that tells all your cells in your entire body to stay together. Otherwise, you're just mass falling apart. One thing is called your soul. Your soul is what connects you to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It is our connection. We don't believe that we're connected in this way, but we are truly connected by vibration. So when you put out the power of thought to a feeling to anyone that you can think of out there, they come towards you, and there's a reason why. It's because we're connected through electricity. We don't understand this, but we are highly electronic beings. And when we vibrate at our highest frequency, we are capable of the most magnetic, craziest shit. And it's because of our vibration comes so high that we just attract other things at that height. When you're down low, all you do is attract the stuff that's way down there. So why do we keep doing it? Why do we vibrate way down there when we can vibrate way up there? Honestly, they say it's easier to smile. It takes less muscles in your face to smile than it does to frown. So why do we do it? Why do we keep letting the program continue? Why don't we change the program, guys? Like, seriously, why don't we start questioning society? Why don't we start questioning our infrastructure? Why don't we start questioning ourselves? Why don't we start questioning our souls? Why don't we start questioning our own purpose? Why don't we start questioning what we were taught? Why don't we start conditioning? I'm sorry. Yeah. Why don't we start questioning conditioning? Because that's where the belief lies that we're supposed to feel terrible when we lose something. Here's the power of the psychological mind. Nate, let me ask you, please, real quick, with Maggie, bro. How old was she?
Emma.
Or Emma, I'm sorry.
13 years old.
13, shit. Okay. So check this out, bro. This is the power of the psyche, and it's strong, bro. Unless you learn how to break it, which you do when you can hop in the elevator and you learn how to control it. We'll get into that later on, okay? But take me back 2 sentences real quick, Nate, about the power of controlling your mind. What was I saying real quick?
The psyche
The
and
psyche. Okay, Maggie,
for
you
her
had
age.
for 13 years, bro.
Emma, yeah.
Or Emma. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying Maggie. There must be a Maggie out there. I'm
No,
not
but
doing any readings, okay?
No, but I haven't
But
told
there's
you
an
her
Emma.
name anyway, so like
But-
you didn't know. So,
Okay,
yeah.
well, there's an Emma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Emma is your, okay. So, 13 years. This is psychology. Psychology says it will take you 3 times the amount of time that you had that possession or that thing or animal or that soul in your life. It's going to take 3 times that period to get over them. Now, in understanding the power of the human mind and the creation that we use to create these negative things in our own mind, and it takes us, so Nate, what would that be? 30? Anybody out there doing math? 39? Anybody got 39 on me? So 13 times 3, that'd probably be 39, right, guys? I don't have a calculator, but I'm just letting
117? 13 times 9?
13 times, wait, no, yeah, 13 times 3, I apologize. 13 times
39,
3.
yeah.
39, so it's going to take 39 years for you to get rid of Emma. For you not to get, I'm sorry,
For
wrong
her
choice
to,
of words.
for her to
Disappear out of your mind. Not your soul. She'll never leave your soul.
Yeah.
But it'll take you 39 years to forget. That's a better choice of word. It'll take you 39 years to forget her. And the reason why is she's so deeply embedded in your soul, you'll take her with you. Because how old are you right now, bro?
25.
25. Well, no, you're not going to take her with you, but you'll get over her, man. You know, it's just to understand the power of the psyche. It takes time, but understand, when I understand the power of the psyche, I can help you change it like that. Honestly, when you understand that you're in control of your own mind, you understand that you can basically pull any weed you want. And not saying that Nate's dog is a weed. It's saying that the thought of how he expresses his emotion is a weed. Because that's conditioning and telling us how we're supposed to feel when we experience loss. Look, guys, I'm sorry to be the one to break this to us all. Okay? The only thing we're guaranteed in this life is death. And you know what I'm pretty darn sick of? Is we want guarantees from everybody. In fact, the only thing we're buying from anybody is a darn guarantee. Right? Why don't we give ourselves one? Why don't we guarantee ourselves a life of abundance, a life of joy, a life of prosperity? Why don't we guarantee ourselves what we've always dreamt of, what we've always wanted, and guarantee it and say, you know what, I deserve it. I'm gonna have it because I deserve it, damn it. You know what I mean? Like I get to go on this trip because I deserve it. I get to go on this vacation, or I get to have this thing. Or look, guys, things and money are not bad. A lot of people, predecessors and everything before us have taught us that money is the evil. It's the king of all evil. Guess what? No. Before us, they traded seashells. After that, they traded, it's like we've always had to have a uniform, rate of currency, okay? Right now, our exchange is the dollar bill, so that's what we work for, right? Money is not the root of all evil. Guess what? It puts food in your mouth and your kids too. It puts food in your, in your mouth. It feeds you. It feeds your soul. That's why it's super important, guys out there. Be careful what you put in your bodies. Like, seriously. It's super important. You're literally playing alchemy when you eat, and people don't understand that. And what alchemy is that's the balance, the pH in your body, and the hydrogen molecules. So it's the acidic and the hydrogen molecules creating a balance inside your system. And when you take anything that is not supposed to go into your body, that's processed or chemicalized or anything like that, it breaks up the body's natural ability to create its own chemicals or its own chemistry, its own endorphins, its own serotonin, its own, that's right. You got to stop taking ibuprofen. You got to stop taking Excedrin. You don't need any of that stuff. Those are chemicals. Those are also known as toxins. I know we're not used to it, but go read a friggin' label and tell me if you're going to take ibuprofen after you read the label. Like, seriously, it says it causes stomach ache. And what does that tell you? It means it's eating your stomach lining. Like, literally, people research here. Like, I started doing some research and it was blowing my freaking mind away. And we read labels all the time and read guarantees all the time, but we don't really process exactly what it means because we're so used to labels I think before they told the truth, then they started lying to us, and then we didn't believe them, and then we started listening to them again, and I don't know where the hell we are with it now.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us believe anything, right? Like, we just don't know who to believe, and that's the disconnect. That's the problem, is we need to start believing and trusting each other again, and that's where our connection is, and where we learn we can mend from each other. We can mend from our losses, but it teaches us that we mend from our gains. We don't mend. Look, let's stop mending. Let's start thriving. Let's start celebrate your little goals in life, your daily goals, whatever you guys hit. Stop letting people tell you what success is. Success just sucks to other people. And look, even if you do hit it and people think it is a success, they're going to tell you how much of a failure you are anyway. All right. So celebrate your little successes throughout the day. And I don't give a shit if you just wash the dishes. Okay. And that's all you do all day long. I'm not here to judge you again. Okay. But look, if all you do all day long is wash the freaking dishes and you did it freaking perfectly, good freaking job. Like, pat on your back. As long as you do everything to the best of your ability, that's all we're here to do. Is literally give it 151 and walk away saying there is nothing better or nothing else I could have done to help my family more than I did today. It leaves me a better person. How about this? Do something today to make you jealous of yourself tomorrow. Ooh.
What if you're not a jealous person?
That's really good, Nate. I like that, bro.
Because
Then you're not going to get jealous of it, bro. You're going to feel pride in it.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, I'm talking to the viewers out there
yeah.
that don't think like you, bro.
yeah.
Like, you're already on it. You're on the level, baby.
I just think that jealousy is unnecessary.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
It truly is. There's no reason for us to want each other's things. I mean, I know we do, but look, honestly, you were breathing yesterday with what you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as soon as we learn gratitude, we can grow from it and be thankful to our angels on what we do have. And once we're thankful for that, which we do have, then what we do pray for will come true. It is in our hand. It's God's. It's His promise. He says it. I mean, I don't really know what anybody believes in, but I mean, I've studied. I'm not going to get too far into religion, and I'm not going to pick one or be anything. I'm not that type of person. In fact, I study multiple religions. It's kind of crazy.
Perspective is good. I think I don't know. I personally think, and I haven't really dived into like a lot of religions, but I think if you do anything, it's why not see it all for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, I believe that you have to be open to it. You know, you have to be open to everything and taking a little bit of teaching from everyone with a grain of salt, and then making it your own. That is us, and that is essentially alchemy. Again, it's the creation of taking minerals that are already created in the earth to create ourselves to be more balanced.
That's a perfect way of saying it.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's alchemy. Like, I literally started studying alchemy, bro. It's really nuts. Like, when you start diving into this stuff and you start realizing, hey, wait, you mean I contain all the minerals that are on Earth? And it's like, yeah, dude, and you contain the ones that are in outer space, too. And you're like, wait, what?
You're stardust.
Like, you're stardust, dude. Wait, I am? And then, yeah, you start diving in, and it's like, holy smokes, metaphysics proves it. And wow. And then it starts just, your mind goes crazy. But that's not, that is a spiritual, kind of, I guess you can maybe
voyage.
Not really. I mean, that's more science. You know, the spiritual side of everything. And I love how Nate put it. Honestly, is look, we're here to find what speaks to us personally. Okay, and don't worry about sharing your message. Okay, it doesn't matter how you share it. In fact, I love the way I chose to create how to share, and that is, I just say my angels. I don't pick a specific Bible or a specific, or a specific. I just say my angels. And you know what? When you tell people, hey, listen, I'm praying for you, or I'm going to have my angels pray for you. Look, I've talked to everybody, and everybody can always debate God, and they can debate disciples. But the one thing I learned that they cannot debate are angels. I don't know what it is about an angel, but they exist and they're everywhere. And I can prove it too. there's a person in your family that had a baby, and they walk up and they go, oh my gosh, he's an angel. No shit. That's right. It's because we're here on earth and we see angels, bro. It's just our pre-programming, or what people told us of our experience and what we're supposed to experience when we're experiencing what we're experiencing is what we're supposed to experience. We learn is all wrong.
Yeah.
And we start opening our minds to experience what we're truly seeing in our soul. And that's the gift of life, guys, is really, Nate, understanding the true gift and light in your soul is our purpose of being here. Because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be.
I love it.
Thank you.
This is actually a perfect place to stop right here.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that was fun, dude.
The way you perfectly just like it was like the cherry on the top right there. And I just want to let you know this isn't gonna be the last time you're on here, Ryan.
Okay.
Because I definitely have to have you on again.
Okay, awesome. I'm excited to come back on. I hope.
There's so much conversation, and like I said, this is conversations with the world. You are on this world, and I hope to have conversations with everybody else in the world.
Yes.
In hopes of, just sharing perspective. Sharing perspective is the most important thing.
Sharing.
And I thank you for coming on today, and I thank you for sharing your perspective and sharing, the way you share, and letting everybody know what's out there.
Thank you.
And
it's a pleasure sharing with you. Thank you.
Is there any last comments that you want to get off your chest?
I don't know. I hope I didn't jump on too many tangents or anything like that.
No,
and
this is
everybody
perfect.
was able to keep up.
This is perfect. You know what? And like you cussed a little bit here and there,
Yeah,
and that's fine.
I'm just a real person. That's all.
No,
I'm not gonna ever be anything I'm not. And I'm not gonna fake it till I make it either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be who I am to everybody. And if you like it, great. If you don't, kick rocks. It's just the person I am. I don't have time for it.
And this is why I wanted you on the podcast, because now that I've found my purpose in podcasting.
I love it. See how he says it, guys? And he's lit right now. You got to see his eyes. Like, I'm telling you guys, when you find your purpose out there, you got to run with it, okay? Because his eyes are lit so hard right now, okay, guys? And truly, I know I have the same feeling. I feel like I found my purpose, too. But anyway, we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, definitely.
Love this guy.
But when it comes to podcasting, the platform of podcasting, a lot of people, they get afraid of, like, what to share and what. This isn't radio. This is a podcast, and podcasting is... honestly, I think everyone should learn how to podcast without microphones. You know how you do that? You be quiet. You have a conversation with everybody.
No joke.
You don't need microphones.
No, you don't need microphones. We don't need to sit behind four walls. This is another thing we got to jump into later on too, guys. But seriously, I want to segment into like putting up walls. Like seriously, guys, we've been building walls for too long. And honestly, we need to recreate our infrastructure because I'm tired of building walls, you guys. We need to redesign how we do homes. We need to redesign how we think because our infrastructure is just falling apart. So, maybe we can segment into that next time or something like that.
You're teasing it. That's perfect. You're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. You're teasing what we're going to talk about next.
Oh, gosh. Well, stay tuned, guys. Love you.
Definitely.
Peace.
And I'll leave you with this last quote before we end. I leave it with everybody. And sadly, I forgot to leave this quote with my last guest, which I'm going to text him after this, the quote that I forgot to tell him. I hope you starve the ego and feed the soul.
I love that, dude. Starve the ego and feed the soul. That's right. Get rid of the ego. All right. Now, everybody out there, close your eyes for just a second, all right? My angels, okay? May everyone experience blessings beyond measure today and forever. Amen.
Here it is.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Peace.